In this video, I'm going to show you 3 easy hip exercises to open up your hips, improve strength and flexibility. You'll want to hold them for 30 seconds and do each side 3 times. Make sure to stretch the uninvolved side as well because it could be tight due to overcompensation. The big 3 are hip flexor stretches, side lying clamps, and bridges. So to stretch the hip flexor, for your comfort, you'll want to put the knee on the pillow, bring the foot forward, and stretch forward like this. One thing you may want to be aware of is if I'm like this and I'm arching the back, I can stretch a lot. What you'll want to do is tuck your pelvis so your back is flat and then come forward. And then you can go ahead and do the other side. Again, I can stretch a lot when I'm arching the back, but it's preferably to do this stretch with your back flat, pelvic tilt, and then move forward. The stretch could also be in the standing position, like so. You may want to hold onto a wall for some stability, and to the other side as well. Keep in mind again, tuck the pelvis, because again, when the back is arched, you can go far. But tuck the pelvis, flatten the back, and then come forward like this. The next set of exercises are leg clams. So you're going to lie on the side. Bring the hips just slightly in an arched position up, not at 45, not straight, just knees bent a little bit. And then bring the leg up and down, up and down. This works the gluteal muscles, and the glutes are pretty central in creating hip health. And make sure you do the other side. Again, 3 sets on each side for 30 seconds. And finally, for hip health, are bridging exercises. And this is also really important for the low back as well. Usually we're tight here in the quads and the low back, and we tend to be a little weak in the glutes and the abdominal area. In this exercise, you're going to want to tuck the pelvis, pushing the low back into the ground and bringing the stomach into the spine, and then slowly bridge up and down, just vertebra by vertebra until the buttocks goes down last. And then come all the way up and then bring it down. If at any point there's discomfort, just bring it up just a little bit and then down. And then as you become more comfortable, you can come all the way up, hold it, and then come down vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, and the buttocks is the last to stop. So those are the big 3. But there's also some other hip exercises if you want a few more exercises that can also be helpful. So the first one is just bringing the knee up to the chest. And you can even create some rotations in the hip, just to bring some fluid into the hip joint. And then bring the other knee up, and also just rotate the knee around. One way and then the other way. And now that I have the knee here, another stretch that's great is put the arm in a cactus, the hand on the outside of the leg, and just rotate the leg across the body. And that really opens up this hip area right here. And then the other side, knee up 45 degrees. Hand here and just across the body. And this one's a good stretch also for the low back. And then another one, it's common for the sciatic pain, is bringing the heel on the outside of the leg and just dropping this knee down. Bring it up towards the body and then drop it down. And then up towards the body again. And then drop it down, pushing away. And then the other side again, figure 4. Bring the knee up and then just drop it down and push the leg away. And allow it to come up. And then drop it down again, pushing the leg away. And then bring it up again and pushing the leg away. Then another nice hip opener is to bring the heels as close to the body as you can, bringing the knees together and then just drop them open. In yoga, this is the butterfly pose. And then you can even push the arms down, creating resistance, and then relax, and then push down on the stretch, and then relax. You can even put your arms up, get a nice shoulder stretch, and just relax in this position for several minutes. Okay. And then, of course, we can't forget the Theracane. If you have any hip issues at all, the Theracane would be great to work in there. So let's say you have hip pain on the outside. Just bring the Theracane in and you can just roll over on top of it. And then just use that torque to work into those tender areas. And if the hip pain is here in the front with those hip flexors, you can then come on in and massage these areas in here. And these hip flexors are key. Remember that hip flexor stretch I showed you? It's really common that people have tightness in their hip flexors because what do we do all day? We're sitting down at a desk working at a computer. So by bringing the legs back and opening up the hip, you stretch those hip flexors, which are tight in a lot of people. We will be launching a new YouTube video every Wednesday and Friday at 3 p.m. And I'll be available for any questions you have or suggestions for future videos.